I am Dr. Sharad Gopte from 1966 batch. Dr. 𝐒𝐿 𝐒𝐿, I don't think we are going to have a formal introduction, but I would tell him that I have a special relation with him. He is my surgeon. He has operated on me, and I happen to know him for last 2.5 years, not only as an operating surgeon, but as a friend, and that is a very broad vision about him. And I will make you know that two qualities of Dr. Bhojraj appeal to me. One thing, that very high level of ethics and principles, he sticks to it. And secondly, his ability to build team and doing excellent charity work all over the country. I present to you Dr. Bhojraj.
Hello, good evening. I am extremely thankful to be here because I got a chance to express my gratitude towards the parent institution. And today, whatever I am is completely because of St. J.S. Medical College and KEM Hospital. So I was given only 7.5 minutes. So there is very little time to speak about memories. I could spend the whole day sitting on the katta with Ravi and speaking about the memories. So I'm going to make it quick. So I have just 2 slides. So my life, I think I'm now 67, born in 57. And my life could be divided into pre-KEM era when I joined here as a medical student in 75. Then the KEM era where I spent from 75 to 93, 18 years in this compound, not leaving it at all. And then the life from 93 till today. So today I think there are 3 aspects of my persona. One is the clinical spine surgeon, as you may call it. Second is the creative artist. And third is a philanthropist or a social entrepreneur. And I think all these things have origin from the KEM Hospital. So before I joined the KEM Hospital, I used to hear stories about the KEM Hospital from my dad, who came on a scholarship given by Dr. Jivraj Mehta. He came from an interior village in Vidarbha in a dhoti. And being a congressman, and because my grandfather was a freedom fighter, he got a scholarship and he came here. And the first net practice of the cricket match, he was a cricket player, was in a dhoti and he was ridiculed. And that's how he grew up in KEM campus. So that's where he is on the left. Do we have a pointer? My sister, Shaila Telang, grew up in the casualty officers' quarters at the KEM Hospital. And so we heard stories about my dad growing up as a clinician, as an anesthetist. He developed the department of anesthesia. And we heard stories about the development from his association with Dr. Baliga, Dr. P.K. Sen, the dog lab experiments. And because my grandfather was a freedom fighter and a Gandhian, the philanthropic aspect developed even much before I joined the KEM Hospital as a student. Once I joined the KEM Hospital, of course, I grew up as a clinician because of the vast experience and with interaction with Ravi on the katta, Dr. Sorab, late Dr. Sorab Baba, who taught the neurospinal radiology. I also met my life partner, Shilpa, who was also a medical student with me. Besides the development as a student and a clinician, Dr. G.B. Parulkar was extremely supportive And the first neurospinal unit of the country was established in 1988 in the Department of Orthopedics. So I am grateful to all these people. I also developed my art aspect and creative aspect at the 𝐾𝐸𝑚 hospital. So because I represented the 𝐾𝐸𝑚 hospital at the Mood Indigo, I did cartooning for magazines, and the election campaigns were done by my artwork. I developed the artwork. While I was a student, all along, for all the 5 years, I designed the cover page of the 𝐊𝐄𝐈 mag. So all the three aspects of my life, that is a clinician, the creative part as well as the philanthropy part, was developed. And that's one of the reasons, although all my friends left to start private practice, I continued for almost 18 years in this institution. And when I left, I developed or created the Spine Foundation, which is a social wing started in 1998. And I give the entire credit to the St. G.S. Medical College and the 𝐾𝐸𝑚 hospital. The last person who was in this hospital was my son, Tejas, who became MBBS from here, and eventually he's shifted to mathematics. He's in the US, he did PhD in mathematics. So this is my association with the 𝐾𝐸𝑚 hospital. So after I left 𝐾𝐸𝑚 till today, for last 32 years, each and everything what I do is because of the 𝐾𝐸𝑚 hospital. Although I still enjoy spine surgery and the clinical acumen which I have developed and learned from the patients at 𝐾𝐸𝑚, we now run the Spine Foundation for the last 27 years, and we have 29 centers all over the country, serving the unreached population of the country with comprehensive spine care. The art aspect has also developed in form of art exhibitions and art books which we developed, the donations of which or the income of which goes towards the Spine Foundation. So in these 7 minutes, I think this is all what I have to say. In case you want to know more about the work we are doing, for last 21 years we are in Gadchiroli with Abhay and Ranibang, and I just came back from the Goa Medical College, and next week we are going to interior Madhya Pradesh to operate on the rural tribals there. You could scan this and go to our social website, social media, to get more information. So thank you once again, not only the organizers but the parent institution, for giving me this chance to express my gratitude towards the institution, the college, and the poorest of the poor patients who have allowed me to reach this level. Thank you.